CSGO pros teach me tips and tricks. We're gonna start with Exertion throwing the ROPS B app smoke from spawn. This smoke is starting to become more and more meta in the pro scene, having seen Heroic Imperial also throwing this smoke. Now we add Mouse onto this list, and this smoke makes it perfect to rush B. There's a smoke tutorial below in the description if you want to see how to throw it. Next time you're facing a BXQ and you are the short player, throw this defensive smoke in front of the archway. It's going to give you a lot of cover and room to move around and play behind. Stop throwing the standard defensive smoke, and then after your jump spy, throw the bench defensive smoke instead, where you underhand it in front of the bench. This smoke will allow you to play more aggressive as it gives you a one-way. Kaysan is jump spotting apartments holding this very tight angle, and then he's going to line up where he is going to smoke a bottom connector with this jump throw. Zevi is going to throw a catwalk one-way smoke for Big Uzera, who is going to do the cat jump, gets on top of this railing, and he has cover behind the smoke when he's flashed, as well as he has a nice one-way to work with. This smoke makes it super hard to spot the CT. With Alexi B's teams, they often throw this short smoke and they're boost on the left ledge. Instead, you're going to see them boost towards the right where Config walks over to spot Delphin. I showed this last week where Heroic had a Mirage setup where they have a player in this corner of window, and you're going to see it messes up the regular window smoke, which leaves a gap here for Config to work with, which is going to set him up for success. If you want to make your opponents mad, you need to play this angle from Brolin, and you're going to see that it's a very sweaty angle that you're probably not going to get cleared from. Self pop flash for mid when you're inside window. Go ahead, duck behind the bench, aim here, then jump throw with a right click. Check out what Flames does here. After going inside market, he sneaks up behind the cash register and looks down, and you're going to see that Brolin is not able to spot Flames behind this cover. Then Flames plays a little peekaboo. If you're behind default on A site, did you actually know that there is a small gap here which we see Dexter spotting? I have so many hours in this game and this is the first time that I've ever seen this gap. Just a tip here, there is an off angle you can hold for short by getting on top of these small boxes on the B site, and you're not going to get cleared by your opponents. If you're retaking A, you could throw this Molotov that Hetrick does. Then when you're in connector, you could jump on top of the small box to get a certain view on certain positions, as we see here. After mauling window, you're going to see Big Uzera set up for this smoke where he stands here, aims there, then left and right click jump throw. This smoke is used as bait to fake mid presence from the CTs, which Pain Gaming will set up their op or elsewhere to get the opening pick towards ramp. This video is brought to you by Skin Baron, a CSGO marketplace with over 1 million skins where you could safely buy and sell skins. On Skin Baron, the AK Legion of Anubis Factory New is $48.96. On Steam, the same skin is listed for $55. You are saving a lot of money by using Skin Baron, which skins average 30% cheaper. Skin Baron has lowered their fees for items above €999, and now it's only a 2% fee. Skin Baron also makes it easy to look at the skins without having to go inside CSGO with their 3D viewer that allows you to inspect the skin. Another cool feature is the screenshot tool that shows the listing of the skin with its float value and pattern index. This helps a lot with buyers and sellers showing off their skins. Skin Baron offers various payment methods to buy and sell your skins such as credit card, Google Pay, PaySafeCard, and bank transfer. So what are you waiting for? Buy and sell your skins now at Skin Baron using my link in the description. Modesty goes for the banana peek early on, holding from corner. You're going to see Mongol smoke off half wall, and then he's going to get boosted to peek over it and gets a frag and falls off after. Nico gets boosted on CT pistol, and you're going to see him go towards the front edge of the boost, and Hooksy's there to catch him just in case. The reason he does this is he could see over the smoke when Cole throw it. However, Cole aren't going to commit. Here's a cool eco tactic that you could use. You're going to boost two players on the boost. The player in the back plays anti-flash. The first player is going to make contact, get killed. Then the second player will push up, and they're not going to get checked since the T's only expect one player to be on boost. Next time you're on B site after plant, do the reverse boost as we see G2 do here. Gets on the boost on the T side. Often you see teams do it on the CT. Cole are going to counter the coffin smoke by boosting back coffins, and Fang will get a frag from it. If you want to set your opper up to peek T stairs, throw this flash from floppy and you're going to see Halzerk peek from the other side. Have your teammates throw the mid G2 smoke, then you're going to cross into boiler, look down as you cross so you can't be seen, and then set up with your op like this, and Mozzie gets a kill and falls off. Molotov the window balcony from short from behind the barrel, aim here, then run through a bind. Just a heads up, this is a very pixel perfect lineup. If the CT smoke you off at B when you're executing, you can go ahead and counter that by boosting towards the right, which we see Fluxo do here to see if anyone's playing behind the smoke. Kerrigan is going to throw this Molotov that lands where the CT would spam the wood wall that goes towards connector. This is thrown so his teammates is able to go up connector freely without being spammed. Diha has some insane B flashes, but first he's going to smoke off heaven, then he's going to aim here and jump throw. What's nice about these flashes is that they land in this very corner and they're not going to blind your teammates either coming out monster or entering up short. Ents are entering out long and they're going to use the sign boost, which is very rare. This is the first time I've ever seen the T's doing this. In my last video, I showed Flames and OG using this double peek for connector where the first player Flames would jump over, and we see that in play here from Mouse. If you don't have the best spawn to peek connector, that's not an issue. Just use this run boost, which we see Team Liquid do here. OC is going to get to be able to get down connector very fast to peek, however no one from Cole is on the other side. IM shows us how to smoke heaven with this new lineup from behind this trash can. You saw where he aims, then without moving his mouse, runs forward before he leaves the second part of the shadow jump throw. IM's gonna smoke off the Divider, which you see done here, and then he's gonna push up, and what's interesting about this smoke is that it leaves a gap here for the toilet, which he's able to spot, gives him a one-way, where Result is not expecting that. If you're towards ABC or CT and you want to support your teammates, just throw this flash here over the wall and it's going to land behind them, not blinding them. Check out this play from Zevi, going for the early trophy peek, gets a frag, and his teammate Nick is the ramp player, sets up in this aggro position. He will be able to get a lot of information safely by holding this very tight angle, and then he has a molly off to fall back. I've shown in the past that this left wall for trophy you could shoot through, but did you know you could also shoot through the right wall, which we see Crad do here, and wall bangs up Rops. A lot of pro teams I've seen in the major has one player and they're going to throw their flashes like this, and it lands perfectly on top of the vent, and you're going to see history Molotov off Mustang, and then he's going to throw these sight flashes. What's nice about this is you're going to see the Molotov and the flashes is the same position and jump throw. And history is able to throw about 4 flashes because of the drop flashes, which blind the CTs. SDY towards the control window side gets the first frag, then you're going to see him throw the smoke that lands on top of the window ledge, and it gives him a nice little gap in one way towards the bottom left of the window. However, we're not going to see Payne cross that way. Kaysan has 2 nades dropped to him, and you're going to see him line up with the 5, and then he's going to throw 3 nades which do massive damage onto Payne Gaming, taking out 2 of their players. This is a nade stack that Zentaris came up with. If the T's don't throw an Ivy smoke at the start, you could throw this Molotov for yellow, which allows you to get into this corner, and then you're going to set up to throw this ramp flash and peek off of it, and you're going to see here it sets him up for a lot of damage. We should have got the kill there. Nog goes for an aggro mid peek with a very 200 IQ smoke that he throws along the wall, which takes away from the slight gap that the T's might hold from generator. So you'll see Harzal's holding the gap, he gets smoked off, and then he's going to try to peek the T mid here and gets owned. Big Uzera and Payne Gaming are going to use this boost on top of the box on stairs, and you're going to be able to see a lot of sight. However, for him, Apex is playing very passive. If you want to know the strongest boost on Vertigo, it's got to be this one here. As you know, I watch a lot of demos and matches, and this boost never gets punished or hardly gets punished. I always see this boost get at least 1 or 2 frags. Why it doesn't get punished is because you can't see the boost unless you're upper ramp, and when you're towards upper ramp, you're focusing on other angles. Hearts Out is going to throw a utility from inside ladder. Look at how he positions with this E-box. Make sure you break this left window. First, he's going to Molotov off Ivy. Then he is going to throw a right A-side smoke, followed up with a ramp flash. B retake flash you need to know. You're going to see Nico duck here. He aims right there, then left and right click jump throw. What's nice about these flashes is that it's not going to blind your teammates as they entry into B. If you play A, you need to know this nade set from JKS, who is going to throw a molly for outside A main. Then he is going to nade upper. Afterwards, he hears his Molotov being extinguished, so there is a rush. He throws a flash, then a defensive smoke, and then he plays behind the smoke, gives him a one way, and he gets a frag from it. If you are anchoring A, one passive position you could play by yourself is on this platform here, jiggle peeking with a smoke. As we saw with JKS, you could throw the defensive smoke or you could smoke out the Molotov. JKS shows an A split nade set from Rugs. You're going to jump throw this smoke here that lands towards mid temple. Then afterwards you're going to push up where you're going to Molotov camera. Hooksy throws the top connector smoke, and then afterwards he's going to push up canals where he has a lineup for the connector Molotov when it is smoked off from the CTs. This nade set from Hooksy here is going to get you connector control. If you are taking A main, you need to throw this flash from Robs, which is going to land up top. It's not going to blind you as you enter in. It will blind anybody up close and towards the back. SDY from T mid is going to throw a flash for Cheetah, and Rainy gets obliterated by it. Ksan shows how to smoke donut when retaking A from CT spawn. You're going to want to go in that part of the shadow, aim there, then left click throw. Dexter smokes elbow from this very back corner. He's going to aim there, jump throw, then he's going to follow it up with flashes for his teammates to rush out donut for mid. Neo frag from inside the doorway of cave, jump throws his flash for B site. Stiko from inside cave is going to throw this smoke that lands in front of this doorway, and this is going to block off short as well as long, gives him cover to come out towards site. I don't know if this smoke was intended or if he was trying to smoke off short, but regardless, it works out for him. SDY is going to hold house very passive from CT with this crack angle here, and once he makes contact, he throws a smoke. Force will try to go through it with a flash, however, the team flash comes in, and it sets up SDY for the frags. If the T's are coming out A main and you're inside donut, you have a smoke, just go ahead and throw this smoke here. It's a defensive smoke, gives you space to come out if the T's do smoke you off donut. Please subscribe to the channel as you don't want to miss out from the Blast Paris Major pro tricks that I have coming out next week. Till next time, NartOutHere, peace.